Oh shit, Sabo came up like Matilda. Y'all remember Matilda when she was with that family that was fucking her up? They fucked up Sabo up so bad. Even when he couldn't remember them, he was scared, man. Now that's bad. That's bad. Good thing he didn't develop psychic powers, or else he would have killed everybody on that fucking island. Anyway, everybody's held up inside Kiros's old home. Some people's passed out, like such as Lord Bellamy. Yeah, he's there. Some people speculate that he might be the next Straw Hat. They said it was going to be a female, from what I understand, but maybe so. People believe that he won't be because he was an enemy of Luffy and he fought against Luffy and whatnot. But at this point, Doflamingo's locked up. You know, he's gone. He tried to kill Bellamy multiple times. At this point, I could say that maybe he's, done dick riding. Anyway, Sabo, he said he wanted to stay by Luffy, and he starts telling them his backstory about, how he used to, how he drank sake with them, and they became brothers and all that kind of crap. We already seen that. Then we see the part where Sabo was fucking one of these towns up with Ace and Luffy. Remember, they used to fuck this town up. He was fucking one of the towns up, and while he was running, he ran into Dragon. So that's the first time they met. Anyway, later on, we cut to the point where he gets blasted out of the water. Now, he got blasted, and he would have died. He was standing there within an inch of his damn life, and Dragon came by and scooped him up. I think Dragon might have been keeping an eye on him a little bit. I'm not exactly sure. He might have been wondering why this rich kid is doing this and running with these low lives. He might have already known that maybe that was, that he knew his son or something like that. Remember, the dude did when Sabo did meet up with Dragon the first time, he said, Ace, Luffy, run. So he might have known that Dragon could possibly have heard that and known that he's some way associated with his son. Not knowing that maybe they would, brothers or anything like that. Yeah, isn't that crazy? He doesn't know his son's brother. But anyway, not knowing that they were somewhat adopted brothers, which they kind of was, because was taking care of them. Garp was. So they pretty much all brothers in almost every sense of the word. But he probably knew that he at least knew or was friends with Luffy. Anyway, he got blasted on. Motherfucker came out looking like Obito. I mean, he was jacked up. One eye like Jack Thriller. Looked like he was in Thriller. Looked like a damn zombie. He was tore up. Couldn't remember his name. They said, are you a male or female? He said, I don't remember. He said, I don't even know. They said, well, where are you from? He says, probably here. He said, I'm from this boat. This is my earliest memories is here right now. That's the only thing he could remember. He couldn't remember anything. Anyway, they said, we'll take you back to your parents. He said, oh. He said, slow down now. He said, let's not get too hasty. So his family fucked him up so bad. Even though he had amnesia, he still knew, I don't need to go back there. They went Matilda on him, basically. They went full scale Matilda on him. And basically, Dragon was sort of like, what's her name? I'm going to say Princess. What's her name? Miss Honey or some shit like that. Remember the teacher, the one saved her life? I can't remember. If I'm not mistaken, they said that she lost her psychic abilities as she got older, something like that. Boy, I was pissed to hear that. I think they said that. I might be wrong and sit there and I'm sitting here lying to you guys, whatever. Anyway, even Coffee's there and whatnot, so he didn't get locked up just yet. There is one guy, he's got like some type of futuristic shit on. I mean, he's got, you know what? Hey, I'm not saying 100% sure. That may possibly be Vegapunk. And Vegapunk is really with the Revolutionary Army. Possibly, I'm just making speculation. I'm not sure. There's another big motherfucker over there. I'm not exactly sure who he is. Maybe Kuma. Probably. Big motherfucker. No, Kuma's bigger than that. I don't know. Who knows? But this dude got some serious tech on him. Remember, One Piece does not have a lot of serious tech. It's almost like Dragon Ball Z. You know how Dragon Ball's not really, somewhat. Dragon Ball Z is like futuristic, but then you see a whole lot of wilderness all over the place. You only see that futuristic shit inside like cities. With Dragon Ball Z, I mean with with One Piece, it's like everything is like it's like not modern, it's it's pre-modern, if that's a word. And then you got certain places with a lot of tech, or certain areas you might see some tech. This guy's got some serious shit. It looks like he looks like a Ghostbuster. For real. He looks like a Ghostbuster. That may be Vegapunk. Vegapunk doesn't seem to be evil from what we learned from him. Yeah. Anyway, he did not want to go back to his parents. He knew that he was going to get fucked up. He knew his parents was like Ike Turner and Mister from Color Purple and a number of those other woman beaters. Anyway, cut to a different flashback, and it was a flashback of how his memory came back. It was 2 years ago. He didn't find out that he was Ace and Luffy's brother until Ace had already died. He looked at the magazine. He's like, what's on the news today? What the fuck? Didn't I know this guy? You know, that type of deal. Didn't I know this guy? And then it all came back to him. He said, it's my little brother. But I think Ace isn't Ace younger than Sabo? By like a year or something like that, or a few months or something. They close to the same age though, really. But anyway, he realized, he said, what the fuck? Something ain't right. What is going on? He said, it looks familiar. And then that's when he realized that was his brother. And he told his dragon, he said, yo, I know your son. And I know your son's brother. Ace is your son's brother, which is why he tried to save him. And then Dragon said, oh, that's why my son showed up. You know, that type of deal. Anyway, Sabo, he's got to get ready to leave. They telling them that CP0's on their ass. They're hot to him. So the CP0 had already left, and they're coming back. So that's how it was with the birdcage. They had already left. Some people wonder why Kiro's house didn't get caught in the birdcage. I think it's very logical that it didn't get caught in the birdcage. I'm not saying that it's weird that it didn't. I'm just saying that it's logical that it didn't, because we already knew that Kiros was hanging out. He had a hideout in terms of the house, and he was trying to stay away from the city, trying to hide himself. So we do know that house is far away from the towns. So it might be on one of those plateaus. Remember, the birdcage didn't cover up every last inch. So it's likely that house could, well, actually now we see it, that house was spared because it's off to the side. So I can go with that, even though it's like weird that happened. But that house was out of the way, as far as we know. Then we get the flashback of when Sabo revealed to Luffy. He says, yo, what's going on? He says, little brother, and he's like, who the fuck you talking to? That's what Luffy said. Who the fuck you think you talking to? It's only one person called me little bruh, baby bruh. He says only one person that called me baby bruh. He said it was Ace, but he's dead. He said there was another guy. His name was Sabo, I think it was, but he did. And then he says, damn, he pulled off the mask and all that kind of shit. You know, he was like Eddie Kane from Five Heartbeats. He said, damn, and then Luffy jumped up and he said, oh, Sabo. He said, I didn't know that was you. He said, I was about to fuck you up. You know, that type of deal. Jumped up, hugged the dude, whatever, and all that kind of stuff. Basically, we just get a little flashback of what we missed when they first got, when Luffy first got put on. Anyway, Ace version 2, Sabo gets ready to leave, even though he still didn't see Luffy conscious. Now, they got some birds flying Sabo in. I don't know how important this is, but Hawk punched this guy because the guy interrupted the transmission. But I think he was doing that to keep somebody from finding out their location. Anyway, Sabo's flying on one of these birds, and the guy says, he says, can you bring them out whenever you want? And he said, yes, whenever. Now, that whenever seems a little bit too convenient because It might be some places that don't have that species of birds, and why all the birds are the same. You know, I can understand birds, you know, in the same feather, you know, flock together, whatever. I understand that, but just to be able to bring that particular birds out at any given time, I think he might be either a person with a zoan type fruit because this crow is talking. It looks like it's a crow or something like that. It's talking. That's one thing. But Sabo should be able to fly around like Fire Lord Ozai, shouldn't he? But anyway, another thing is he might just be a talking bird with the multiple man devil fruit. Like he can copy himself. What the fuck? Damn fly buzzing in my damn throat. Shit. All I'm hearing is bzz, 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 and I'm going like this until I can't hear it. Hopefully I ain't smashing shit in my damn head. Anyway, devil fruit that allows him to multiply himself. That's what I'm thinking might be. It might be just a regular crow, but you know how some of the animals can talk? This is a talking bird, probably. Anyway, they leave and they said that they'll meet up again someday. Sabo did make a Vivri card for Luffy. Now, the weird thing about it is you had to make it from the guy's fingernails, so he just got that from somebody and is able to make it. They did say that they went to a certain island where they got those made. So what happened is somebody in the Revolutionary Army has that technology to do it. I'm thinking that we should call him my man Vegapunk is with the Revolutionary Army somehow. I think he really is. I mean, that dude had too much tech. Too much tech. Anyway, let me go ahead and check the comments. This chapter, I'm going to say it wasn't overall exciting, but it was a good chapter overall. Wasn't bad. I'm going to go ahead and give it I'm going to say a 4. Just say a 4. I think 4 is kind of little high, but then the 3.5 is kind of low. It's but I'm gonna just go ahead and give it a 4 for the benefit of the doubt, you know, because it wasn't bad. I don't want to sit there and say something was bad, even though it really wasn't. And on top of that, like I said, we might have possibly got Vegapunk, you know, and things of that nature. We Bellamy looks like he may possibly be an ally. You know, I think that'd probably be better for him to just be an ally and not actually a crewmate. Like, you know how Whitebeard had allies or whatever that was under his flag? Well, why can't the Straw Hats have that same thing? You know, I mean, then we still had the regular Straw Hats, but then in case of emergency, he can call people up to, you know, help him out. And he's already doing it already anyway, so it makes perfect sense that Luffy would do stuff like that. Oh, yo, we could team up for this, but this is my crew right here. The Straw Hats is my crew. Okay, when Dragon got back to his ship, there was an air or wind shrouding him, almost like he just came out of a Logia state. Let me see. I didn't see that. You said when he got back to his ship. Oh, you said, oh yeah. I don't know about just coming out of a Logia state, but no. Look at the cape. Look at the shape of the cape. Look at the shape of the cape. Yeah. But I don't think we can assume that he's a Logia, but at the same time, it does appear that he may possibly be one. Yeah, because his shit is changing shapes and whatnot. His cape. It looks like it changed shape, like it's morphing to something, like it's morphing time, basically. Also, when he saved Sabo, he did it without being seen and seemed to be floating above the water when he grabbed him and he got him to where Sabo was saved or whatever. But anyway, the thing about that is I didn't pay no mind to it. Why? Because I assumed that he was on the ship. I assumed he was on the ship. I mean, if he's a devil fruit user, he's on a ship or something. Remember, Mihawk has a little casket that he swims around in. So it could have been a small ship. The camera's facing upwards, the camera. I mean, the picture is facing upward. The view of the picture is facing upward. So we don't know. He could be on something. Remember, we're speculating that he has the devil fruit power. If that's the case, he's not in the water. So I'm not exactly sure about that. Also, when he grabs the dude, oh, never mind. I thought it was like some smoke or something like that came out. I had to check it again. But it is some weird stuff going on. It looks like a I don't know. It's like fluttery like this. Like this stuff. Look at Sabo when he picks Sabo up. It's like some smoke looking stuff. It's not smoke, but it's, you understand what I'm trying to say. I don't know if it's air or wind or something. It looks weird, but something surrounded him. Okay, Dragon is not a Logia. If Dragon was a Logia or a Paramecia, Oda would have introduced his abilities. This is simply how Oda writes. Therefore, if Dragon doesn't showcase his powers as a Zoan user, he just had Master Haki. Dragon is not a Logia. They didn't say he wasn't a Logia. If Dragon was a Logia or a Paramecia, Oda would have introduced his abilities. Why would he? Why would he? And on top of that, he did give hints to his abilities if he had some. Remember when whose name Garp said that Dragon had saw Luffy off, and it was very convenient for Luffy to be saved back then. I'm thinking Dragon had something to do with it. Okay, when Sabo gave Luffy a Vivri card, I knew it was over. I knew it was over for his ass, like a black character on The Walking Dead. Yup. After a new black character shows up, Sabo equal T-Dog. I don't think Sabo's going to die. I hope he doesn't, though. I don't think he will, because he plays a very important role. You know, he's part of the Revolutionary Army. The Revolutionary Army is going to come into the picture at some point, and we talking about Luffy's dad, Dragon. That's coming to a head. Luffy's dad and his brother, it's coming to a head. So I doubt that he would die. You know, Sabo was talking to the crow who was leading. Right, he was leading the crow. He was flying on. Could that be a Zoan DF user? Oda didn't want to reveal. Right, it could be, like I said, it could be either just a regular crow that can talk. You know, some of the animals in One Piece can talk, or it could be a Zoan. Something. Okay, I really do see Bellamy going with Luffy. Remember that this arc is sort of like Alabasta arc, and remember Robin was working with Crocodile and just joined after the arc being saved by Luffy. Couldn't history repeat itself with Bellamy? He's got a very good point, but Robin's situation was different from Bellamy's. I'm gonna explain after I finish this thing. I don't want him to, but if he joined, it would be a new dynamic to the crew. He would be the most ruthless of the Straw Hats. If some work need to be put in, then he'd be down to do it. But Bellamy was genuinely a ruthless, cutthroat guy. Robin was ruthless and cutthroat, but she wasn't genuinely. She was just doing what she needed to do to be part of Baroku works or whatever. Get what I'm saying? Robin was just trying to survive. She really didn't care for Crocodile like that. Whereas with Bellamy, he really cares for Doflamingo. He looks up to him, admires him, and he wanted to be like him. That's not the case with Robin. Robin didn't want to be down with that. She just was doing what she needed to do at the time and just got caught up in that whole lifestyle, staying under cover, watching out for CP9 and all the other good stuff. So is the situations about them the same? Yes. I'm talking about in terms of Luffy meeting up with them in terms of those situations. Yes, they both was working for the such and such, yada, 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 yada. It was pretty much exactly the same. But the characters and their relationship with the people that they're working under and everything is completely different. It's not even close. Okay, I see Bellamy. Okay, CP0 is coming back to the island, and Sabo just bounced because he on parole and can't get caught with Luffy acting the fool, how the hell do you see them escaping if CP0 shows up? If CP0 shows up, they might not be able to find Luffy and them right away anyway. They out in the middle of nowhere. You know, Kiro's been dead for, you know, how long to them, as far as they knew. So they probably don't even know about Kiros's home. Kiros's home, they were trying to keep under wraps and not let anybody know about it. So they probably won't be able to find them for a while. Okay, where we at? What did he say? Okay, escaping CP0 if they show up. If Fujitora is on them, Jesus Burgess is still there with is Sanji. I don't know. But anyway, Sanji is getting attacked. I don't know when he's gonna show back up. He might have got away using coup de burst or whatever it's called. Using that makes sense. They can pretty much evade almost anybody with that. What's his name? My boy Capone. Capone, one of the supernovas, he may be showing up on that island looking for Caesar Clown. Anyway, Mean he grabbed Sabo right after the Celestial Dragon shot Sabo's ship. So if Dragon was on a ship, he would have shot him down too. He got there unseen without transportation. He got there without transportation. A devil fruit user. I'm not saying you're wrong. What I am saying is highly unlikely a devil fruit user would be on the sea without any transportation. Look at you said that the guy didn't see him. So they didn't see Law when he showed up at Marineford, did they? He had a submarine, didn't he? But I'm pretty sure that, and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Dragon has some type of transportation, unless he can fly. Unless with Dragon is the Crow. What if the Crow is Dragon? Dragon got some type of he got Devil Fruit, human model Mystique. Remember Mystique transforming into different animals or whatever? I don't know. But I'm pretty sure he has some type of transportation. And remember, if it's small, they might not be able to notice it. If remember, what you call him? What's his name? Mihawk, he just had a little casket. So I mean, if Dragon had something that small, it might have been hard to notice. You know, what if he was moving real fast? If he is a wind Logia, he can fly. Who said that? He should be able to. Yeah, he should be able to. But the crazy thing is, why would you be a wind Logia when we already got a gas Logia? That's the same damn thing. But the gas Logia is more powerful. Caesar Clown's Devil Fruit would be more powerful than the wind Logia because he can do everything the wind Logia can do and then some. Because air is gas. He can move the air, whatever, that'd be wind. He can pretty much do any fucking thing. He'll blow a wind Logia out the fucking water. But I'm hoping that his powers is more epic than just wind. I'm hoping that he has something that helps him control the weather, like Zoan Fruit, model Storm from X-Men. Anyway, go ahead, leave your comments, like the video, and subscribe, because I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broken. You got the power to change that. Peace. Oops, I was getting ready to mess up.